And with this chilly weather outside, today might be a good day to warm up indoors and tune into maybe a good TV series. Film critic Tom Santilli joining us now with your weekend movie watch list and the films to come. Tom, good morning.
Hey, Allie, great to be here. Yeah, it's definitely a good day to snuggle up in front of a TV.
Yeah, now I know technically you're a film critic, but that doesn't mean that you don't also watch TV, and the box office is slow right now, the pandemic and whatnot. I mean, it's just a slow time of year. So what have you been watching on TV?
Well, I have a 5-year-old, so mainly Paw Patrol. But
do you recommend Paw Patrol?
Hey, I have to recommend Paw Patrol, or I would go crazy. So yeah, I highly recommend that one. But no, there are definitely a couple streaming shows that are on that I recommend right now that do have some tie-ins to movies. And the first one is really no surprise to anybody. It's Cobra Kai. Of course, it ties into the Karate Kid franchise. It's the #1 show on Netflix. But I really recommend it. This is one of a lot of shows are going, nostalgic and kind of, pulling all of these memories from the past shows that we all love from our childhood. But Cobra Kai does it right, man. It takes itself not very seriously. It's funny. It's honoring the previous movies, but it also is telling its own stories. So I highly recommend Cobra Kai. And then the next one, the story is still out a little bit on how good this is going to be, but I would also recommend right now The Book of Boba Fett. Of course, the famous Star Wars character, that show is now on Disney Plus. It stars the original actor who played Jango Fett from the prequels, who people know why he's playing Boba Fett if you follow Star Wars. But anyway, this is the first series ever to really feature Boba Fett. Even though he's been around now for going on, is it like what, 45 years or something like that? That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, last but not least, and here is a movie that I'd like to recommend too. That's finally streaming. My #1 movie of the year is called Mass, and it's just a powerful, amazing movie. It was hard to find for a while. It's now streaming on demand on Amazon Prime, on everywhere really that on demand is available. So I really hope that people check this film out. It's timely. It's powerful. It's not really an easy watch, but it's the best film of 2021.
Oh, nice. We'll definitely have to watch that. Now, you mentioned some TV shows, you mentioned some movies. Any other movies that we should be keeping an eye out for going into 2022?
Yeah, again, like some other streaming movies that are out right now that I would really recommend that I think, people should be checking out. One is Encanto, the Disney movie. Again, this is on Disney Plus, but Encanto to me, I really liked it when I first saw it, but I've actually grown to like it even more the more I've seen it. And yes, again, because of my 5-year-old, I've seen it like 10 times. So that's a really good one. Also coming to Disney Plus in a couple weeks is Eternals. Wasn't my favorite Marvel movie, but as everybody knows, in order to kind of know what's going on in the Marvel universe, you got to watch everything. So I would check out Eternals. I think that comes on January the 12th. And then, of course, there is films like we got When Harry Met Sally, some classics, Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan. That's on HBO Max right now, as is movies like Taxi Driver. Harry Met Sally and Taxi Driver, by the way, are coming to streaming for the first time. So those movies have not previously been available. Last but not least, I'd like to quickly throw in, the great legendary Sidney Poitier, who just died. A ton of his movies are online. On Amazon Prime. A famous one of mine, or a favorite one, I should say, is The Defiant Ones. That's on Amazon Prime right now, but tons to check out.
That's good to know, because I've been wanting to check out some of his movies, just because I haven't seen a lot of them, because they're all made back in the 60s. Now, what about Scream? Because that recently came out, and I know that's not streaming. I don't believe it's streaming. That's just in movie theaters.
Yeah, Scream is really the only big release coming out of Hollywood in January. It comes out next Friday. It'll be in theaters. I have seen the film, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet because they have all of us critics under an embargo until next week. So I can't really say what I thought about the film, but it is the 5th installment. People are definitely, big fans of the series, and I think people will be clamoring to see this movie.
And before you go, where can people go to learn more?
As always, they can go to movieshowplus.com. All of my reviews are up there, as well as celebrity interviews and episodes of our show, as well as some giveaways and some other stuff that we're doing. So that's on movieshowplus.com.
Tom Santilli, film critic and executive producer and co-host of Movie Show Plus. Thanks for being here this morning. Next time we're going to bring your kid in.
Get ready for some Paw Patrol.
We need more Encanto recommendations and movies like.
That sounds good. He'll be ready for it.
Perfect.